What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 13 of Cracka. Since 13 is my favorite number, I decided to do a episode based on the Batmobile, because that's one of my favorite vehicles. So I'm going to do a little bit of a toy review on them, show you how much of a geek I really am with Batman, and without further ado,
to the Batmobile. Let's go.
there he is.
Atomic batteries to power.
Can't go wrong with the symbol.
To speed.
Little bit of a fun fact. I actually did have the Adam West Batmobile, which is from this song. That's right, I've added music, moving up in the world. I do have to get a better budget for lighting anyway. But the Adam West Batmobile I did have. Unfortunately, recently someone broke into my man cave and swiped it. They knew what they were looking for because it was worth a little bit of money. You know who you are, and if you ever see the show, I'll find you. And I will find it. I will find that Batmobile one day and get it back. So we're going to move on to the Batmobiles I do have. We're going to start with the ones that are... We're going to try to go in some kind of an order, so bear with me, there's a lot of Batmobiles. Let's start with the ones that really are just Batman related. They're not really with anything like a series or movie or anything. The first one is the Shadow of the Batmobile, which is this gray one. Has a missile in the front. It would open up in the back like that. A lot of space. Most Batmobiles, it's pretty hard. There's like no space to them. But lightweight. It's not a bad Batmobile. It's odd that they made it gray, but Shadow of the Bat. You gotta do what you gotta do. Moving on to one of the. It's technically a Batmobile, I guess, because it's related to the Batman thing. I found it in a flea market for $5. So it's in somewhat rough shape. And that is the Bruce Wayne Custom Coupe. Opens up from the top, and the cool thing about this is, if you can see it, let's see, take the top off. Like I said, it's band shape, but you would pull the back, and you would have your Bruce Wayne figure in the front, and when you pull the back out, it would turn into a Batmobile, and your Batman figure would slide forward or back, whichever, and it has missiles and stuff and so forth. It was interesting. That came out, I think, in like '92, when the Batman Returns came out. I guess they wanted to add more stuff. Moving on to another one I found in a flea market for like $2 or $3. The reason for that is it's missing pretty much everything. This is just the regular kind of Batmobile. Like I said, I gotta get a light budget. But the wheel would go in, and these would fold down, and apparently it had wings that would pop out, so it would turn into a jet. It's a cool little one, and hopefully maybe I'll find the full, put everything together one day. Alright, moving on to, I guess would be the animated series ones. The one from the Super Friends, which I've had since I was a kid, back in the day, is this one. Yeah, it's had a lot of different gadgets in the cockpit. Cockpit. But you'd hit the little yellow one here, it would mess with the front lights. They would go up and down. Why, I have no idea. I guess just to be cool. Another little button, the front would pop out as battering ram, as you can see. The back button actually had a thing to catch crooks. You put them on there and drag them away. Just a little sick, but it's the 80s, so they knew what they were doing. Moving on, trying to keep track of the order. So next would be the Batman animated series from '92, which I still think is the best Batman animated series they've done so far. It kicked ass. And that would be this lovely one. The animated series long Batmobile, which I actually thought was cool. They did a cool job. I mean, it has these little things that would pop out the spikes, you turn them, and so on and so forth on the tires. And it also had the back would pop out into a Batjet with lasers or guns or whatever in the front, and I guess it would be a smart bat bomb. Very cool toy. Nowadays, if you try to get the original one of these, this one's actually worth quite a bit of money if it's in good condition, which mine is. It's just dusty. Then they had a remake of the animated series, I believe in '96 or '97, when they redid the Batmobile, which was this bad boy. Like I said, I'm trying to do my best with the lighting. The thing would open up there, and you can actually fit two figures in there, which was cool. And the front had a little hidden thing that would switch around and you would shoot out a bat missile. It's cool. I actually like this one. I thought it was cool. It's actually another one that's apparently worth money if you can find a good edition. I actually have the box and everything for this one. I was learning. Moving on would be, I believe, Batman Beyond. Which is this monster right here. This was a big Batmobile. It actually weighs too. The cool thing about this is, turn it sideways, these would flap down or up and you would hit the buttons. Let's see. And the wings would pop out. And these, of course, would go down and you would make a bat jet, which is cool, just like in the show where Batmobile flew. Let's see, keeping in order, the next one would be The Batman. Not a bad show. Young Bruce Wayne starting out. Kind of like, it came out when Batman Begins came out, so I guess they wanted to coincide. And the first Batmobile of that lovely one is this one. It had an open roof, which was kind of odd. That's the front. It does make noise. Unfortunately, this is one of these ones that, I mean, I got it when it came out, but apparently when my cave was broken into and they stole my other Batmobile, they kind of damaged this one pretty bad. As you can see, it's all roughed up here, and for some reason the noise doesn't work. Also, the things would open up to the sides and shoot out missiles, which I do have the missiles still. They're in there, little blue ones. I'm not going to shoot them out because they go everywhere and then I lose them, and I want to kick myself. They destroyed the Batmobile in the series, I believe, and they wanted to do a remake of it, so they made this newer one, which is has an actual top this time. Excuse me. This one actually makes noise too. Unfortunately, I don't have the little watch batteries anymore. They're a pain in the ass to buy and get, so you're gonna have to do it without the noise. But they came with these little discs, these little yellow discs that would go in the front right there, and they would launch out. Very cool. Actually, there was another little feature with the Batman Beyond that came with these discs, Batman Beyond discs that would shoot out as well. I guess they want to have weird discs flying everywhere. Moving on would be, was it Batman Brave and the Bold, which is this one right here. This one's definitely made for the younger crowd, but I just thought it was cool. It opened up. It actually has, if you bought all the Batman accessory stuff, you could add, as you can see the different tops, you can add missile launchers and like it was like kind of like a bulldozer kind of thing in the front, and these things popped off. I just left them on there. But not bad all around. Let's see. Moving on would be, let's move on to the movies, the movie ones. The 1989 Batmobile. Very cool. It's very hard to find. As you can see it, I actually have it in perfect shape. I actually still have the box. This opens up. Put Batman in there. The cool thing, the back, you hit the button, thruster would shoot out. It's pretty cool. The front part had a bat, a little missile, a turbine would shoot out. As you can see. Like I said, I'm not going to shoot them all over the place, but the top also, the front, would flip and flip on both sides, and you would have, if you can really see them, the machine guns. You can kind of see them there. Like I said, I have to get a better budget for lighting. Soon. Hopefully this eventually make money, and we'll see how it goes. They also made another version of the same Batmobile, but it had an open, like kind of convertible thing, kind of like the Batman. As you can see, it actually had this one had a trunk that opened up. I guess you could put your Batman stuff in there, and a lever in the front that would pop up the top with the missiles. So I can't really see them too well, but these were the missiles that went with it. These little yellow ones. The cool thing about this one, I mean, it makes noise as best it can, but the cool thing is this one's worth a lot of money if you have the one particular kick-ass piece, and that is the shell that went on top, just like in the movie. when he had the thing cover up the Batmobile, which was cool. Now the shell is just like a really cheap piece of plastic, so it's very hard to get one that's in perfect shape. This one, like I said, I have the box, everything, it's in perfect shape. I did a good job again. Moving on. To Batman Returns, which is basically this big bad boy. As you can see, it actually has front missiles that would launch up. And shoot out little yellow missiles, just like this. I have them around somewhere, but the top opens up. Now the cool thing about this one, I'm not going to do on this one because this one's actually, like I said, it's worth money if it's in good shape, and that one is. I actually have two of them, so I'm going to use the other one I have, which if I can find it. Aha! Like I said, a lot of Batmobiles. This is just the one that I had when I was a kid that have seen better days. But the cool thing about it is that you push the top button, and the sides would launch off, just like in the movie. Put that there, and it would turn into the narrow Batmobile, Batmissile, whatever it's called. So that was a pretty cool feature, and obviously it goes back together. Always have one to collect and always have one to mess around with. That's the best way to go. Let's see. Moving on to Batman Forever. A lot of people didn't like the movie. I thought it was cool. Val Kilmer did a good job. And that's this big one. This one actually did light up. Let me turn the light off and I'll show you. As you can see, it lit up the whole, the side, the ribs, I guess would be the thing. The wings opened. Why, I have no idea. It happened in the movie, so I guess they figured, what the hell. The sides opened up, I guess for something, but still can't figure out what. Found this in another flea market in good shape. The front would actually shoot off a missile, and has just the Batman Forever logo in there. Moving on. Let's see, if we're going by movies, the next one would be another cool one, which is this heavy bastard, the Tumbler from Batman Begins. As you see, the thing would open up like so. You'd have the Batman sitting there with this would raise and so on and so forth. I'm going to turn the light off so you can see what it can do. This would open up the sides. Obviously, this one still makes noise. Has the green lights. A couple of missiles on the sides. Oops. I don't know why they're the way they are, but close it, makes noise. It actually has the back. Make a thruster, and also the front would have, like in the Dark Knight, shoot off. Very cool Batmobile. It's pretty heavy. Kind of like the Batman Beyond one. It's pretty heavy. That pretty much does it for my Batmobiles. As you can see, I'm a pretty big geek with the Batman stuff. Tune in for the next episode, the next episode, where I'm going to try to review a lot of 80s stuff, hopefully toys and shows and so on and so forth. For instance, the Ninja Turtles Party Wagon. Very cool. This would go down, and of course, they're probably going to go all over the place, but what the hell, you would open up the side. Oh, safe flew out. And you would have these bombs, these laughing gas bombs and itching powder bombs and all that stuff. Very well made, like 80s stuff. All their stuff was always well made. Now, I mean, nowadays toys aren't bad. They're not like they used to be. But it is kind of cool with toys nowadays because they actually have a lot more articulation and stuff, which is cool. Very cool. I liked it. So, on behalf of the 80s and my little Mogwai Mohawk, thank you for watching Cracka, and I hope you enjoy the next episode as much as you enjoyed this one. Later.